Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So today's video is going to be inspired by another video that was made by Max Convexity a few days ago. So he talks about share dilution, and I kind of want to give my thoughts on the topic as well. Um, Defiance and YieldMax, I think they've attracted a lot of attention, and I think it's mostly good, but I think sometimes like when you see like these high yields, like people kind of just like rush in, um, and that's not necessarily a bad thing by itself. Um, when you have a lot of people moving in and out, that gives us an opportunity to get fair prices just because of the liquidity. I'd rather have more volume than less volume, because this also gives us a chance to maybe also sell options as well on the actual ETF itself. So I think that overall, the option chains over time should also improve as well, and that'll give us more opportunities to lower our cost basis. And also, Zega has a lot of good stuff in the pipeline for both Defiance and YieldMax. Sorry about the voice. I'm trying to see what I can do about that. Um, But the bad news is a lot of the hanging fruit is gone. So in total, in aggregate, for all of us in the high yield community, we have to wait for bargains. One of my old bosses used to say that money returns to its rightful owners whenever we were having bad trading days. Uh, he always like tries to give us a pep talk that eventually people will screw up, they'll overpay, and there will be yield declines just naturally over time. And I think that'll give us opportunities to swoop in because this will frustrate and discourage like the newbies, which I think are part of the not an issue, but I think they sometimes get a little too excited, and they don't pay attention to like the price that they're paying. And one of my uh, another boss also mentioned that cash is is only trash in bull markets. Because remember, in bull markets, there's so many good opportunities, especially in 2024. We'll have more high yield option ETFs. We also have crypto ETFs coming in, and people are just, I'm already getting a sense that people are getting a little too ahead of themselves. So in a way, the last few days, like the pullbacks, I'm actually breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. I don't want people to get too excited, and I want people to kind of like keep some cash on the sidelines just in case like people get liquidated because they're either over allocating or they're leveraged. So just for myself, I like to keep a part of like the monthly distributions on the side. Eventually, the bears will come out of hibernation, and then the tourists will be begging us to take their shares off their hands. And reminded of like this meme, I like this a lot because bear markets do create strong memes, and strong memes create bull markets. Bull markets create bad memes, and bad memes create bear markets. But instead of memes, I think we can substitute investors. As we head into like a bull market, that's going to lead into a lot of FOMO and a lot of sloppy analysis. And again, people will overpay, and that's why I like to kind of bring a more quantitative approach to like the analysis. Uh, like I think just in general, FOMO and FUD will cause overreactions, and these overreactions will create opportunities. But we have to always keep our own sanity and our willpower strong, so that we can, I know sometimes it's tempting to when you see something good, and you just want to grab like the most amount of yield that you can, but always remember, cash creates opportunities, because you want to think of cash as a portfolio call option and that has no expiration date. So when these bargains, they will come, but when you see them, you want to have like some cash available so that you can take advantage. And and this is just my opinion. because just because of there's so many more YieldMax funds than there are Defiance funds, YieldMax will have a higher, like a wider selection, so there'll be a higher chance of bargains with the new, like some of there's newer and then there's less popular ETFs out there, and they're not getting like the attention I think they deserve. So I think maybe one way to look at this is maybe when you go through like my tier list, maybe start use that as like a starting point. I know it's not perfect, but you always have to keep in mind that there's so many like moving parts. I guess like over time, like I'll also improve my analysis methods as well, and I hope to keep those like analysis videos on a somewhat regular basis. So I wanted like the tourists to kind of check back in a year or two. I want you to know that you couldn't live with your own failure, and where did that bring you? Back to me. Eventually, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna want to sell at any price, and I'll be there waiting with my limit orders to take advantage. So the pros of this is that like over time, and the keyword is over time, that you'll be able to lower your cost basis. Now there are risks, as I started to show you, and like the NAV discount analysis. Uh, Sometimes like the discounts don't appear for like a while, and when they do, they won't last very long. And it takes time to search for these things. And unfortunately, it does require some patience and discipline. But that's why we have limit orders so that we can kind of take advantage. Like sometimes we'll have to adjust our limited orders, and then like and you might underperform in a bull market. But when anytime there's like a crash or correction, um, it kind of stinks. But then you'll be glad, like you'll have like that cash to kind of take advantage of those opportunities. So I just want to say, I know sometimes like the my analysis isn't perfect and it's not, it doesn't come at like in the time frame that you want. But I just want to take the time to thank all my subscribers for sticking with me, even though like my analysis methods aren't perfect, or at least not as good as I envisioned that they will be in the future. So if you like this type of content, please consider giving this a like. I'd like to grow this so that more people are aware, and not to kind of like just like overspend. Uh, I want people to kind of, I mean, because this is like really like new territory. So I want people to kind of like be able to take advantage while they can. If you could help me beat the algorithm, that'd be great. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.